Oxygen better start off well today, or else this could be a quick trip to the loser bracket.
We're going to start with Farrahcam, hold off just a bit on Merc Cam. You know, Merc Cam will happen, but you're just going to...
That's the main course.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Exactly.
Not the starter.
Here.
Oh, now there's the huge hitbox coming in handy. You could probably bump 4 cars at the same time in the Merc. At least. Just one of the many advantages. Oh, they're in a panic. They're all looking at the Merc. They can't take their eyes off it. Oh, what a shot as well. Oh, almost a good start for Oxygen. Yeah, all eyes for Giants are going to be on the Merc as well. I'm sure that they're going to be inspired after this game. They're all going to go back to the garage. Hey, listen, they're not playing very well. That's another whiff from Giants. What on earth is going on?
Yeah, they are in panic mode, just flopping about every which way. Steak missed a really easy ball for him right in front of the net, and it almost went in.
That is definitely a mistake. You don't want to miss those. It's all pressure from Oxygen so far. Expected with such a fluid, such a clean Merc zooming around the field. Very nice clear there by Shosset, not smacking it into the ceiling like is often done from there. Oh, what a shot though! After really having nothing go for them all game, Giants just needed half a chance, and Tox blasted it. What a pass! They just know. They just know that that's where the follow-up's going to come from, straight down the middle. Beautiful pass off the sidewall.
Yeah, wow. Tox just beat the leather off that ball. That was insane power from midfield there. Oh, little dunky poo on the Merc. Usually the Merc's the dunky, the dunky or dunker.
The dunker, not the donkey.
The donkey, you know, this time becoming the donkey. Which you never want to be the donkey.
No, you never want to be the donkey. Unless you're, of course, talking about video game donkey. And that I think a lot of people do want to be the donkey.
Did you guys ever have Dunkaroos in the UK? Do you know Dunkaroos?
I don't think so. What is a Dunkaroo?
It was a kangaroo themed snack. It was like a cookie, but like a cookie breadstick, like in the shape of a breadstick with with a
Wait a minute.
Wait,
we didn't have. Dunk. Oh yeah, well we didn't have Dunkaroos, but they were called Dunkers. I'm pretty sure. They were just called Dunkers.
They should have been called Dunkies.
Yeah, hey, nah,
they were the donkey. They weren't the dunker.
They were getting dunked. So yeah, they are the Dunkies. It's more accurate. So you had Dunkaroos in America, guys. Just let us know in Twitch chat or in whatever chat room it is that you're watching this from. What was the equivalent for your country? Great save by Steak. This is an impressive defensive display from the Giants after their initial panic mode upon seeing the Merc on the other side of the field.
Oh my. Get to the chopper. Great, first off, great screen name. And yes, Dunkaroos were awesome.
Get to the chopper.
I'm surprised I've never done an Arnold impression on this.
I know. Yeah, speaking of all the impressions, we've done so many awful impressions on the grid streams. But you know, you've got a couple of good ones that you've just never done before.
Oh man, I grew up on Arnold, one of my favorites. I got a lot of Arnold lines in the tank. Oh, what a pass there by Farah.
You almost made it.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna intermittently do it. I don't want to blow all of it. We got this. Macho Man, Arnold, that's right. You're keeping a good list, Dusty. You're keeping a good list.
Yeah, so your Macho Man is pretty on point as well, but I didn't know Macho Man that well. I think everybody knows Arnold, though, and everybody knows what Arnold sounds like. So that's just a win, no matter what situation. It's going to resonate with many people.
This is Twitch chat, so I'm sure all of you read a lot of books. I do as well. And Arnold's autobiography is probably the best book I've ever read in my entire life.
Oh, really?
It's massive, but it's so cool and so crazy.
You're talking to the wrong audience, so Twitch chat, all of them are just thinking, listen, Matt, if there's no pop-up pictures, I'm not in there. I can't read. Is there like a pop-up picture version of the Arnold autobiography that maybe Twitch chat are going to give it a read, give it a perusal?
Sage Hog, are you asking me to do Michael Caine? Is that pretty good?
It's all right.
I had to really concentrate. I think saying Sage Hog did not work, but are you asking me to do Michael Caine?
That's
That's right,
definitely
right.
not on the Arnold level, I would say, but it's decent.
That
It's decent.
That one, I've got thousands of hours in Arnold.
Oh yeah, but you've only got like
Guaranteed.
what, max 1
30
hour.
seconds.
Right?
Okay, got 30 seconds or 10, whatever it took me to say that.
Michael Caine is a tough one. Very unique accent.
If I watched
dear.
a couple videos, I think I could do it.
Ooh.
Oh man, these Giants boys came out all frantic and weird and just locked it up immediately.
Again, AztraL the donkey in the play for the second time this game. Not where he wants to be, but you know, we knew this was going to be a possibility. Giants are an incredibly dangerous team, and although they're, you know, quite well known for, you know, their aggressive plays, and, you know, a lot, even the pro players that they play against will call them ball chasers. You know, somewhat in jest, but also in reference to just how fast and how non-hesitant they play the game. But recently they have been forced to play a bit more of a defensive role. You know, playing against BDS, they just get stuck in defense sometimes. Vitality, same thing. You're just going to get stuck in defense. And they've got plenty of practice doing this as well. It's not like you put them on the back foot and they just crumble like they used to.
These guys are very good. They'll probably land somewhere in the middle and be better off than they were when they started.
Yeah, they didn't just start to, you know, try to force it. I think G2 actually are a good example of a team that tried both solutions. You know, they were having some trouble at the start of this season, and indeed in the off-season between Season 9 and Season X of RLCS. They were nowhere near their Season 9 of RLCS level. Not even close. Nowhere near their Spring Series level. And they were being forced to do a lot more defending. So I think that their initial plan for getting that problem solved was, okay, let's just get the ball back in attack. Let's just, you know, get back to what we're good at, what we're known for. And it didn't work at all. They were just conceding so many more goals, free goals, straight down the middle. So after, I think, a few weeks of that failing, maybe a month of that failing, they just decided, okay, let's bring it back a little bit. Instead of trying to improve on something we're already good at, let's improve on our weaknesses. And they've, you know, sorted out their defensive problems, their rotational problems, their just any kind of communication problems, I guess, they were having with double commits, even triple commits at times. And that's no longer a problem. I think Giants are kind of going through the same process in EU.
Yeah, they got a great base to start from, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Fast players took the scene by storm, and that's the way some of, you know, everybody's all-time favorite teams started.
Yeah, and it's a step up of all the players in the roster.
What
Good
a
save. It's not going to be an easy follow-up save though, but luckily Stake decided not to go. I think he may have been backwards in the play, in fact. But yeah, you know, this Giants team, when they first burst onto the scene, it was just Tox who was a world-class player, in my opinion. Stake and Samway were definitely passable, but they weren't any, you know, massive threat by themselves or as a duo. And since then, since like half a year ago, Samway and then Stake more recently, both like really stepped up their game. They're kind of like the same as Merc by 8 did for BDS. They've just significantly improved in a very, very short time frame. I don't know how they managed to do it, but credit to them. They've clearly been putting the work in, and now they're just reaping the benefits, getting consistent results. And still, for me, Giants are one of the most consistent teams in Europe at this year, right up there with BDS and Vitality.
You know, I want to point out something that I saw here on Chaussette Cam that's interesting, that because I'm a demo player, I actually do a lot, and I've started to see more people do a lot as well, which is Chaussette grabbed some boost and looked like he was going for the ball, but then just immediately went past the ball and was able to force the Giants defender back. You do that play hoping that your teammate will follow up right behind you and have a lot of time and space with the ball, and maybe they have more boost in general, so you're expecting them to be able to perform, or it just opens up a better play. And I really like that I'm seeing that from Chaussette. It's very, very effective because everybody's running away from the demo almost immediately.
Yeah, Chaussette's looking pretty good right now. I'd say Occident, you know, they got 3-0 in the game in game 1 of this series, but they didn't really look too bad, to be honest. It was one of those games where, you know, a couple of 50-50s go wrong and the other team score twice, and now you're down, and you know, have to press for late comebacks, which just end up causing you to concede even more. You know, nothing has been changed in the game plan. They're just going to continue to play their game. And Giants versus Occident, it should be a close game based on what we've seen so far this year. You know, sometimes there's been one-sided games or one-sided matches between them, but definitely in the overall power levels, especially in the grid, I would say they're both pretty even. But it's all coming down to the wire for Oxygen. Their season, more than anybody else, relies on solid grid performances from now on. They need these grid points to get #1 in the grid. Oh, Chaussette with a slow play. Oh, that would have been amazing, but the bar saves Giants. Now Stake going to try and get the ball clear with his keyboard and mouse. Did you know that Stake is a KBM player? You only told me this.
Nope.
A couple of weeks ago it was. Oh, there he is again with a huge save. Tox looking for the mind game. It looks like Oxygen are having none of it.
Yeah, I think Chaussette's going to be kicking himself when he looks back at that replay. He should have definitely scored that ball. And what a score it would have been. Farah
Wow.
puts it in off a wonderful AztraL pass here into the middle.
It really
And
was.
Oxygen leads for the first time in the series and only 38 seconds left. They can hold on. They tie it up 1-1.
You know, we've seen that from AztraL in the past against this Giants team. He will try to beat them to the ball. He'll try and beat them to the sidewall reads. He rates himself clearly above anyone in this lobby, and definitely anyone in the Giants roster, getting into those positions as quickly as possible, even though that's what Giants are known for and what they always dominate with. So credit to AztraL. Once again, he is the one who's beating Giants at their own game.
Super fast and now super powerful.
He's got it all.
You know, with that Merc, with that new hitbox, that new power-up.
And you know, he's got, I don't know how many seats there are in the Merc, but there's got to be quite a few. Oh my goodness, that's gone in! What? I was just ready to keep on, you know, fanboying the Merc, but Chaussette's backflipped. No challenge, no goalkeeper. 1-1. We're going to overtime. That really should not be happening. Oxygen with a bit of a letdown at the end of the game.
Oh, you got to lock
Oh!
it. No!
Are you kidding me? Just like that, a 50-50 goes badly. It's game 1 all over again. Except now Giants lead by 2. I do not believe it. Feels backflip for Chaussette. Not only prevented him from challenging the center ball, but it also flipped him off the goal line so he couldn't get the save. That was possibly the worst maneuver that he could have done. I always just hear the word, it's exactly the English word, but with O at the end. I'm like, ah, yes, I know that one. I know what that means.
I think the far more alarming version of that is like when certain cultures will just straight up use the American word for new words.
Did you just say the American word? Oh, Tox with a reset rebound. Giants are looking to sweep Oxygen, and you know, it's not the result that we want over here, but you gotta appreciate that. What a goal. 17 seconds in. Giants are playing some unbelievable Rocket League.
In my defense, when I said American, what I meant was like words that come from like American media.
Yeah, garbage.
Stuff, like words, that jargon that comes from us.
Yeah. I was pretty sure that's what you meant, but it is funny, of course, in the context of language.
No, it's not.
The American language.
I don't agree. I'm gonna disagree with you here.
Okay, nice. Got to tally that one into the disagreed with Johnny list.
First time in this cast. First time this life.
Yeah, what is it? Any specific words you hear in, you know, a foreign country just use? They turn it into a word that didn't exist in their own language. I've got an example because I speak Scottish Gaelic, and you know, back when Scottish Gaelic was spoken, things like televisions and helicopters didn't exist. So obviously, when you're speaking Scottish Gaelic, the Gaelic for television is television, and the Gaelic for helicopter is helicopter. They even had to invent the letter H in the alphabet just so that helicopter could be said. Didn't even have. Well, it's not that they invented H in the alphabet. It's just there were no words beginning with H. I think it was the first one of the first ones.
But helicopter's the one that broke.
Yeah,
the
they were like,
camel's back.
okay, fine, we'll start a word with H because I mean, there's no other word for helicopter. So what are you gonna do?
Wow. I'm trying to think of We are getting dismantled here. This is 3 games in a row. I switched over to the Merc to try to power the team up, and it's just not working. I mean...
Was that pre-jump by Samway? It kind of looked like one.
It might have been. I mean, I don't blame him for doing it.
These guys are playing really well. Tough position for Oxygen, especially, you know, to come back from that game 2 is not an easy feat. It's just the worst possible ending. You're leading the game, you're looking to tie things up with momentum on your side, and then suddenly you've got momentum taken from you, and you're not just in a tie game, it's like the worst 2-goal miss that you're ever going to have, really. And to follow up, Tox just pops off in game 3 with an unbelievable opening goal. Very, very difficult stuff to come back from. Chalk, why is Chalk not playing today? Are Chalk to not playing?
I think Chalk forfeited, apparently.
I think they've just like given up on everything. They missed the sign up for, I think they missed the sign up for, what do you call it? The 3rd regional. And a lot tweeted something like, so apparently the sign-ups were yesterday, so we've missed it. I was like, well, what do you mean apparently the sign-ups were yesterday? Apparently you forgot to sign up is what really happened here. It's not to do with when the sign-ups closed.
Hey, Johnny, chill. These guys are very new pros.
I know, it's fresh.
They haven't done a lot of Rocket League before. It's okay.
Very, very brand new to the competitive scene. How long? Probably the thing is that he's never signed up for a tournament in ages. Back in the old RLCS system, you didn't have to sign up. You're just in RLCS. Still had to check in, though, I believe. Come on, a lot. Oh, Magnus is a new team that he signed up with? Really? That's interesting.
He's unchucked.
He's, maybe he's just like a whiteboard marker he's developed.
Are you gonna finish that thought?
I did. I said he's a whiteboard marker.
And you said he's developed.
Yeah, no, I mean he developed from chalk to whiteboard marker. That's it.
Okay.
That's it, Matt.
All right.
You gonna respond to my thought?
That was a really weird champ sentence. That's the first thought.
What do you mean?
He's gonna develop.
I didn't say going to.
It's like when you.
I didn't say he's gonna develop.
You say something and you go up at the end of the sentence and everybody thinks you're asking a question.
All right. So
it's like inflection. He's a whiteboard marker.
That can definitely happen in casting. Hey guys, this is the worst thing about casting online. We cannot have that, you know, in-person synergy. So we can see what's happening.
In person for sure for that one, but
at least you would have definitely known I was done talking. So you would look at me and be like, "What? That's it? That's all you've got?
I mean,
you're finished? You're gonna leave me with that one?"
I can see you on camera. It still is just weird.
Oh wait, you've got the OBS Ninja up? That's OP.
No. I have our other scene on studio mode. So.
Oh really? Man, I drop so many frames when I do that. I gotta minimize it, or else frames are just going all over the place.
Brand new. That's why. So
nice. Better than mine.
Oh, I really thought that was going to be our ticket into a tie game. Unfortunately, it's not. This is looking like a score.
Oh!
You're a god!
Wow, he didn't even need the mark for that one. Imagine what this man could do with a mark. Just become a brick wall in the goal line. The biggest of buses. I'm so upset though that you know that not only did that equalizer in the last game send us into overtime and then eventually lead to a loss for Oxygen again, but also I was about to ask you how many seats do you think the Merc's got? You know, that's the real question of the day for me. How many seats compared to other Rocket League cars? Because I reckon the Octane's probably one of those cars that has just got maybe 1 seat in the back. Surely not. Don't do it again, Tox. Let me talk about the Merc for a second. That's GG's. That's GG's. Oxygen in the lower bracket. Hey, well, at least we're going to get the maximum content here, as long as they don't lose in round 1.